All right. Hello, everybody. Now, welcome to a matchup. This is going to be a 2v2 matchup between Paxa and Velatrix versus NoV and I guess that's pronounced LySy or is it LySy? Not quite sure how that particular name is pronounced, but hopefully we will be enjoying a nice 2v2 matchup. Let's see how things are going to be going across here. Velatrix has spawned as well, the teal human player here at what I'll call the green side, well, the 9 o'clock position. Meanwhile, we see Paxa has spawned as the blue undead here at the 6 o'clock position. Off on the other side, in the darker ends of the wood, we have NoV spawning as, well, the red orc, and we also have LySy spawning as the red human. This is human orc versus, well, orc and undead in this 1v1 matchup. We'll see how all of this is going to be going down. Really liking all of the 2v2 games being played at a high level as well. Different strategies. The games are generally much shorter as you're able to take control of a battle and really deal devastating damage much more quickly, as we're looking at a Dreadlord first in this matchup. Dreadlord, a little bit of an interesting hero to open up with, as it was going to be followed up with a Farseer coming in from the orc, his partner, Archmage, and well, let's see what the other hero is going to be. Archmage and Farseer as well. So it is a battle of, is the Dreadlord an intellect hero? I'm not 100% sure. I don't. It could be a no. Lich is the intellect hero for undead. It could be just another strength hero, since undead seems to favor a lot of strength heroes, not having that many agility or intelligence heroes anymore. It's Dreadlord first. Yep. Galvin, thank you for tuning in. Everyone, thank you for tuning in so far. Dreadlord first is, a rather odd. We'll see if it's going to be a lot of ghouls and then try and get us around here. It is going to be a strength-based hero as we take a look at this peon just running along the backside here, getting in some easy damage. How is he actually attacking? Okay, the animation for him attacking is not really working. So there it goes, finally getting that attack right there, and that, well, ghoul will get taken down. And it looks like the Dreadlord will be able to make his way out. Farseer, not with Spirit Wolves, going to go ahead and put down some pressure as well on the other side. Meanwhile, Archmage with Militia trying to clear out the Murloc creep camp. That will end up falling pretty quick, as the Farseer already trying to put pressure and damage onto this scout tower here. LySy doing a great job as he has trapped Velatrix inside the base already. Arcane Tower going to be coming to an end here. Militia finally gets taken down, and that Arcane Tower is going to be able to do more than enough. All right, Water Elemental Militia going to try to reposition itself back over. Is it going to create another wall? Yes, it is. And that Archmage, well, ends up feeding a little bit of experience to that Farseer, but really forcing the opponent to use a Scroll of Town Portal. Nicely done. Coming back on the other side here, we already see the tech to tier 2 Farseer coming across, trying to head back, perhaps creep alongside his Militia Archmage friend here. Are they going to actually be able to work together? No, they are actually going instead for the expansion over here at what I'll call the 1 o'clock position. Yes, it is a 2v2. Looks like you guys didn't miss much. Yeah, it is the first couple of minutes, or the first 3.5 minutes, all you guys who are looking to join in now. Dreadlord with Vampiric Aura, lots of ghouls. We are looking at, well, Spirit Wolves perhaps going to get pressured down across over here, as this Acolyte is not going to be able to do all that much to try and, well, prepare and repair this gold mine. We are looking at a Nerubian Tower being added in right here. Is this going to perhaps get cancelled? The Spirit Wolves do end up falling, though, as well. They are really, really far away from home, and that timed life has... Well, nope, not timed life. They were resummoned back at the other side. So far, though, we are looking at the Dreadlord trying to get to level 3. Dreadlord has Vampiric Aura and Sleep as its main ability, and it will be able to get to level 3 right here. Is it going to go for level 2 Sleep or level 2 Vampiric Aura? I guess that is going to be the question here, as they are regenerating some hit points, picking up that Tome of Strength. Coming back on the other side here, Farseer sitting at level 1, still putting in pressure. It doesn't have that much experience as we see the expansion off to the north trying to be established as well. Both sides setting up expansions relatively early before that 5-minute mark, trying to get them underway. This Farseer going to go ahead and use a Staff of Teleportation to head out of a bad situation and will perhaps make its way back home. The Dreadlord with Devotion Aura and Vampiric Aura, we'll see how that is going to work out for it here as the units are now making their way back out. Grunts, Farseer now pushing their way through. Are we going to perhaps see a little potential creep jack as well? No, we are not. Just passing the other side here as this Dreadlord is just getting more and more experience. All right, Dreadlord in the back across here hasn't used that second ability as of yet, as we're looking at the Ogre Mauler perhaps about to get taken down. All right, are we going to see another sleep here as well, perhaps? More damage coming on through that Ogre Magi. Oh, low hit point Ghoul going to be forced to back up again, trying to constantly shift aggro, and as the hit points are going to get regenerated off on this unit here. All right, low hit point Ghoul trying to back away, going to try and lose aggro once more, finally taking damage onto that Ogre, or that one Ghoul that has still a fair amount of hit points. All right, Farseer of Velatrix about to, or trying to get to level 2, actually clearing out a much more difficult creep camp than it should be possible, but the Tauren Chieftain has shown up for the fight already. Are we going to perhaps go for a Stomp or a Shockwave? That Tauren Chieftain taking a lot of damage. Has to be careful. Cannot take too much damage here. Resummoning those Spirit Wolves now, as the Grunts are also taking a lot of damage too. The Ogre Mauler is going to end up falling, but there's only one healing salve for, 3 very low hit point units. And, well, we may see Velatrix perhaps try and back up here in just a moment, leaving behind a Belt of Giant Strength, picked up by that Tauren Chieftain now. All right, we're looking at NoV making its way down across here, perhaps trying to get to level 3. We're going to see there goes that carry-on swarm right there to get in some damage, steal a little bit of that experience. Level 3 picked up by the Farseer as the Grunts could end up getting taken down here. That Grunt trying to run all the way to the very back. There's the carry-on swarm. However, it didn't deal that much damage. Grunt finally falls as the Ghouls are trying to make their way back out, but the Tauren Chieftain puts his foot down and, stuns off 2 Ghouls, forcing them or getting them to get taken out. All right, following things up here, how is everything going to be unfolding? Battles raging on. Grunts trying, Footmen trying to retreat all the way back. Are we perhaps going to get a couple of ensnares? There's a little bit more damage. One more shot from that Farseer would be able to finish it off, as we see an ensnare go back the other side. Tauren Chieftain running to catch up to that Footman. That Footman just going to end up, falling there. Tauren Chieftain does get up to level 2. Meanwhile, the Farseer are going to go ahead and resummon up some Spirit Wolves. All right, battle here. This is a 2v1 battle right now. Where are all of the rest of the units, as NoV and LySy just pushing their way through, getting in a lot of damage. Water Elementals are here, catching a couple of units in transit as well, and that is some major damage there. All right, units going to try and back away. Farseer doesn't have a Chain Lightning ready to go to perhaps finish off that Spirit Walker. No, it does not, as the units are still looking to back up still. All right, fighting back on Blight, trying to save some low hit point Grunts. You can see that Grunt is now backing up here. Dreadlord does sit at level 4, has level 2 Swarm, as the pressure is not going to be adding up inside the base here. We are looking at the Bestiary taking up a lot of damage. Ari is going to see a line up and then perhaps a Carrion Swarm trying to do a lot of damage there. There it goes, finally making its mark, getting in a lot of damage, but we are going to get into a Scroll of the Beast to give 10% damage bonus across the entire Red Army. Red Army just pushing their way through. There's a Stomp right there, another Carrion Swarm being used to push pressure onto the other side. Vampiric Aura should be able to help, as the Crypt Fiends are looking to focus down some units, and the Farseer down to 8 hit points. Last second, Scroll of Town Portal right there, as the units are now trying to back up again. The Blue and Teal Army able to successfully push back that attack, forcing 2 Scrolls of Town Portal. LySy means bald. Oh, okay. Thank you. I had no idea what it meant. I was like, do I read that as LySy or LySy? Not quite sure what sound that Y makes in that particular spot. All right. Water Elemental dropping in here. Blood Mage as the second hero coming in from the human player. Interesting choice. As a Blood Mage second, even though it's an Archmage, 2 times short sound. LySy. All right, so LySy, or no, no, that's the long sound. Well, I LySy? Isn't it? Is that it then? It's LySy? LySy? Hmm. I don't know. Making its way back down once more. Raider's going to be coming back down. Grunt. Just short-wise. Lies. See, all right, making its way back across here, ensnare onto that raider. Y says yeah, I, and E. So when you say the short sound, I don't know which one you are telling me to make, since normally the short sound of the vowel is well, not its name. Anyways, Tauren Chieftain, go ahead, training some stomps right there. Carry on Swarm pushing on through death. Or no, that was a that was a Squirrel Town portal. In order to back away once more, we can see some flame strikes joining in on the fight as well. A little bit of extra AOE damage once more as this is trying to make its way back. Hard to explain pronunciations when a certain sound is not used in English, like dying. All right, LySy. Well, if you said it was the long I sound, then that would make more sense to me. Anyways, Farseer, well, currently asleep, trying to make its way through. Tauren Chieftain, Tauren Chieftain gonna get up to level 2, gonna try to break free here, but the Farseer is in trouble. It is completely surrounded, will get taken down. We may also see, yep, another ensnare onto a Wind Rider as well. Is this gonna get taken down as well? More damage just adding in. Are we perhaps gonna see a web to try and focus that down? Yes, we are, and just need a couple more bits of damage as the Tauren Chieftain also asleep on the job. Tauren Chieftain trying to break through right here, using a stomp, but a constant surrounds causing problems as the Tauren Chieftain, and well, we're gonna fall as well. Why, like dying or something? I don't know how to explain. LySy. I will say LySy, and you can tell me if that is right or wrong. Alright, anyways, expansion down across over here. Death Knight, you're going to go ahead and try and get up to level 3. Not going to be able to make it. Wrong? Alright. Battles with pronunciations always hilarious. Yes. All right. Archmage does have True Shot Aura trying to fight back here. Priest are out onto the battlefield. Knights getting in some damage onto those Crypt Fiends. Crypt Fiends, even though they're trying to escape. There goes a Flame Strike. Death Coil does save some of those, but they are still taking a little bit of damage here as the units are still backing around. Once more, Archmage gets up to level 4. Priest going to go ahead and fall. Tauren Chieftain trying to battle it up here as we are looking at a couple of Destroyers jumping into the air. Going to go ahead and absorb some mana and now be able to deal a lot more damage as well. All right. Double absorb Devour Magic as the damage is starting to eat through. Knights taking a lot more damage now as the Tauren Chieftain gets in a big stomp into the back. This is, trapping units into a corner once more, and this is just, a battle of home field advantage. It feels like whoever has home field advantage has been constantly winning these fights since they have been able to fight at home and have their reinforcements come in faster. Siphon Mana, level 3 flame or level 2 Flame Strike could be coming in. Are we going to see a Flame Strike here? Where would be a good target for a Flame Strike right now? Are we going to be seeing that? No, Siphon Mana again as the Tauren Chieftain throws down another stomp. All right, why aren't we seeing Flame Strikes? That is the question. Blood Mage has plenty of mana, but not really doing anything here as the Raiders are starting to fall as well. All right, trying to, I guess, make sure that his opponent's heroes don't have any mana whatsoever as the Devour Magic is starting to rain down here. Wind Rider is going to focus off a couple of Destroyers as well as this Dreadlord runs away at level 5. All right, level 4 on the Archmage, level 3 on the Blood Mage, making its way back again. Doesn't want to hit his own units, perhaps. Yeah, if trying to use a Flame Strike at that point, the battle, it would have been a bigger reason to just try and run away, as you would most likely just get covered here. We're looking at, there goes a Water Elemental. Thank you for the Flawlow. Not quite sure why the Blood Mage doesn't give mana to the Archmage at this point, as the Water Elementals are really going to be absorbing a lot of that damage here. No real reason for that Blood Mage to actually have mana at this point in stage in the game, or at least that much mana. Holy Light trying to save some of those Knights as well. I don't see a Staff of Sanctuary on any of the human heroes as the last Rock Golem is gonna fall. All right, coming back across here is Crypt Fiends unburrowing, able to make their way back out as we're looking at the Tauren Chieftain and the remaining units making their way. Yeah, not everyone is like that English King in Braveheart. Yeah, I'm English King in Braveheart. Are you talking about the Scottish? And then again, me understanding more Eastern Asian languages makes more sense, right? Torrent, but then again, even my Chinese is pretty bad. All right. Torrent Chieftain, Carry On Swarm now ripping on through again. We're looking at the Torrent Chieftain perhaps going to throw down a Stomp, getting its mana siphoned right there. There is a quick Stomp as there is an exchange of Stomps once more. Who's going to be able to hold off better? This is a better Concave coming in from the red team trying to push on through. Meanwhile, Torrent Chieftain going to end up getting taken down. There's a Stomp, uses a Potion of Healing to stay alive a little while longer, but that is not going to last too long here. Meanwhile, Destroyer is going to try to continue to push on and make his way back through the north as the Blood Mage, well, is going to get taken down as well. All right, 2 red heroes getting taken down. Chain Lightning trying to push back. Death Knight could be in a little bit of trouble. Does it have a Potion of Greater Healing? No, Dreadlord has a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability given to the Death Knight here, as the Dreadlord could try to give the Scroll of Town Portal to the Death Knight here in just a moment. More damage coming back through. Dreadlord is in trouble, down to 180 hit points. Is it going to be able to back away as the damage is just constantly getting added up? All right, we're looking at the Troll, Bat Riders, and Wind Riders continuing to put in pressure. Death Knight now trying to retreat back. No Obsidian statues, as we're looking at the Lich in major trouble as an Ensnare goes down. All right, the Death Knight wants a little bit of mana. Death Coil and a major heal. That Lich down to 7 hit points ends up staying alive. Meanwhile, the Dreadlord now back on Blight. All right, quick. LySy. Okay. LySy. LySy. Okay, that makes sense. If you said the long E sound, that actually makes more it makes more sense than or we see. So LySy, yeah, LySy. So for English pronunciations, the long sound is of a vowel is its name. So A-E-I-O-U is the long sounds. So, and then E-I-E or E-I.
Research complete.
A-E. A. Never mind. You know what? Now it kind of makes sense why Chinese, Korean, and Japanese all have they have their own kind of alphabet, because you don't end up getting confused when you borrow anyone else's, because it makes different sounds. Anyways, Archmage now trying to push in pressure here. Inner Fire being brought over. In comes the battle, and we do see Destroyers who are going to be trying to devour magic. All of that Inner Fire here. A lot of damage coming across, and more healing coming through. Priest going to try to keep all of these Headhunters alive, but very, very difficult to keep multiple units alive here, as we are looking at a couple of Troll Bat Riders suiciding themselves on the Destroyers here. Torrent Chieftain losing mana, not going to be able to get many Carry-On Swarms off any longer. Meanwhile, the Torrent Chieftain does use a Potion of Mana to get one more Stomp down. All right, damage is adding on through. Destroyers going after a couple of Knights there. Knights getting taken down. Dreadlord losing all of its mana again. What is it going to do? Trying to get up to level 6. Maybe able to call down an Infernal here in just a moment, as the Wind Riders are still pushing on their way in again. The Torrent Chieftain going to go ahead and continue to put in that pressure. Destroyers are now trying to focus now multiple units, and there are so many units in this battle here that well, trying to see all of the battle with the hit points is absolutely crazy. This is a very tight corridor with paladins and multiple heroes falling left and right. Knights trying to push their way in, and you're going to see just how much experience these heroes can get. Flame Strike now being brought on in here. A lot of damage getting absorbed. Once more, Kodo Beast going to end up getting taken down. One more shot. There it goes, as the Blood Mage could try and perhaps get another Flame Strike again. All right, another follow-up Flame Strike could be devastating. Knight is about to get taken down. It's going to get fall as well, as the Torrent Chieftain is pushing its way in. Why is it going so deep? I don't know, as Siphon Mana it cuts off any attempt at trying to get off a Scroll of Town Portal. Chain Lightning bouncing off some extra damage, but no units were taken out. Thank you for the follow once more. We're looking at, well, Headhunters, Priest, Archmage, this 2v2 army trying to push through. And the overall supplies, does it show supply off over here? Nope, it just shows names and their, well, respective aliases. Farseer looking to get to level 5. Archmage purposely backing up. Blood Mage may also try and get to level 5 here in just a moment. Still has quite a bit of mana to go, as the Blood Mage should be giving some mana off to that Archmage instead, since it doesn't really want to use too much Flame Strike, as Flame Strike can do a lot of damage to your own units. That, all right. Yeah. Going over English grammar rules, I don't know why that's become a little bit of a thing in my shoutcast, more of an interaction with all of the, more of, I guess, an interaction with all of the Twitch viewers. We're finally getting a break in between all of the, and in between all of the fighting and all of the action here. It felt like they were constantly just trying to put pressure on each other for the past couple of minutes. And now that they're finally able to like pull back and try and regroup, Death Knight gonna get resurrected here. There it goes, finally back out onto the field. Meanwhile, no resurrection of heroes needed on the other side of the map. I think the Paladin is already back out. The Paladin did fall earlier, but he should be back out onto the field, seen at level 2 with Unholy Aura and Devotion Aura, allowing for faster movement, regeneration, and higher armor.
Research complete.
All right, it looks like the red army is ready to push on across over here at the far expansion, while the main army of blue is going to go ahead and try and clear out this granite golem creep camp. All right, the Lich and the Death Knight may be able to both get up to level 4 if the Death Knight does back away here, but at what cost? The expansion of Velatrix is going to end up falling, and well, that may be the tipping point that is needed. Troll Bat Riders are all here. Goblin Sapper is going to go ahead and dive on in, and there it goes. Major damage already. Watchtower going to get taken down, and now we see some repairs on the Great Hall. Is it going to end up working? A Flame Strike coming in from that Blood Mage across those back peons would be just enough to prevent any of the repairing, as the peons are going to end up, well, falling as well. Inner Fire, lots of delicious buffs for those destroyers once they make their way over there, but an expansion is already lost. All right. Archmage making its way down. Knights pushing on through. 3-2 upgrades on the Knights coming in from the human side. Meanwhile, let's take a look at the upgrades here. We are looking at no upgrades on the range units here. Kodo Beast not getting, Abomination's not getting any upgrades. We are finally going into high upkeep here. And what is going to end up happening as the red army just going to be pushing on with a lot of damage. The Raiders and Knights, a very nasty 1-2 combination, as the Raiders and Knights both very fast moving units. Also, the Raiders dealing siege damage, able to put in a lot of pressure. All right, in comes a couple of destroyers trying to push on through. There goes the Carrion Swarm along the side. Scroll of Healing perhaps try to counteract some of that Flame Strike across multiple units, but how much damage did it really do? Actually, a fair amount, as the Tauren Chieftain and all these units are still trying to push on in. All right, Siphon Mana away again. Death Coil finding Stomp and a sleep perhaps on that Blood Mage, as that Blood Mage uses another Scroll of Healing, as we could see another Flame Strike come down. All right, nope, Siphon Mana trying to stop that Dreadlord. Dreadlord is going to try and do another sleep. There's a giant Stomp instead, as the Tauren Chieftain is still fighting, or the Tauren Chieftain is still trying to get into some more stomps in on the other side here. All right, where is the Paladin going? There is another stomp coming in from Velatrix's, Teal Tauren Chieftain, as he's just deep inside behind enemy lines. He is still alive somehow. Farseer is right along the side trying to allow for an easy way back out. Chain Lightning, Tauren Chieftain, is he going to be able to back around? Yes, be able to run around the other side, as the Dreadlord using the Scroll of Town Portal to head back out. Tauren Chieftain down. All of us down, getting taken down right there, as the last hit from perhaps a Crypt Fiend able to finish him off. Kodo Beast with nothing in its belly. Units now making their way back. It looks like the expansion or the main base is going to end up falling here. Orc Burrow is trying to fight back, but it's not going to be that much, as we see a Flame Strike go down. Level 3 Flame Strike perhaps going to finish off a couple of these Orc Burrows. A little bit of damage over time still taking place. And with that said, one more Flame Strike should be enough right there. There it goes. And, well, those last 2 Orc Burrows going to get finished off. All right, there goes also the strong, or I believe that was a fortress for the Orc army, as it looks like we're going to be going into an engagement here. All right, Red army going to get in position. There was an Infernal summoned down, followed by a Stomp coming in from Velatrix. So constantly stunned units taking a lot of damage. Siphon Mana back out. Is the Blood Mage going to be able to Flame Strike once more? The Infernal suffering a lot of damage, but somehow still alive. Archmage ends up just standing around and getting destroyed as the red army now making 2 critical mistakes, losing the Archmage and losing the Blood Mage as well. So both sides apparently not keeping track of their units all too well, as the Tauren Chieftain going to try to perhaps run on up and perhaps get in another Stomp too. All right, there goes Stomp. 2 additional units going to get taken down. Red had enough gold to resurrect not only a level 6 Archmage, but a level 5 Blood Mage at that tavern. All right. Units making their way back off to the north. Farseer is sitting at level 6. Perhaps, we are now into level 3 upgrades for these Crypt Fiends. So 3-0 upgrades on the Crypt Fiends. Destroyers also have 3-0 upgrades, as they're going to be pushing through as well. Meanwhile, LySy, or LySy, and does have the expansion off over here, so he is going to be getting a little bit more gold than his opponent. That is the reason why he was able to resurrect both from that tavern, as the, Infernal is still doing a large amount of damage. Lich gets up to level 5 here. How much damage are we going to see? Archmage now trying to run all the way back. Blood Mage is going to be in a little bit of trouble. How much damage is still added in here, as the units are just going to go ahead and Scroll of Town Portal to head back out. And there it goes. There is that Scroll of Town Portal to head back out across, as a Watchtower now trying to get added. Coming back across here. Knight, is it going to end up getting taken down? 1 or 2 more shots should end up finishing off. There it goes, giving level 6 to the Tauren Chieftain. That Tauren Chieftain at level 6, so scary, as a Scroll of Town Portal now being used. Where is it teleporting to? Nope. Staff of Teleportation. And we are going to see the Farseer with an Orb of Corruption, not something you see every day, being able to finish off this expansion. Meanwhile, back across over here, in comes, what are we going to take a look at? Archmage, Scroll of Town Portal, not that many units, as the Farseer looks to back up. Coming back to the other side. Inferno still wandering around here. NoV's base could end up getting taken down in just a moment, but there is no gold being mined anywhere on the map right now. Actually, there's a little bit of gold mined here, but that's going to take a little bit too far. And wow, has every gold mine pretty much been attacked or destroyed? That seems to be the case, as the Spirit Wolf's still going to cause a little bit of problem. Archmage trying to chase after that, Blood Mage siphoning mana from the Farseer, as it's looking to back up once again. All right, main base of Orc about to get taken down. This game is, I don't know, if you like lead changes, this seems more like a blowout game. It would be similar to in baseball, where in the top half of an inning, you score 4 or 5 runs, only to see your opponent score 7 runs in the bottom. Or going up 3-0 in a football game, only to see you lose that lead and be behind 4-2 in the follow-up and half. Anyways, let's continue to make our way through. Destroyers and Frostworms making their way back down to the south here. We're going to be able to get some easy damage. Water Elementals, are going to end up falling. There goes the Carrion Swarm once more. Farseer taking a lot of damage. Has to be careful, as you see a Stomp come in from the back here. Farseer somehow was able to dodge that, as that Archmage is going to try to run to the very, very far back down to 41 hit points. And there you see, LySy and NoV leaving the game right there, giving Paxa and Velatrix the lead. That there was so many just back and forth changes in that match, but Paxa really, with that level 7 Dreadlord, level 5 Death Knight, level 5 Lich, able to nuke down a lot more, also with the help of that Tauren Chieftain being able to get in a large number of stomps. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, hope you guys enjoyed it.